Hey everybody, it's your good buddy Frank back with you again with my latest entry in my new series, Making Life Easier in the 2020s. How do we navigate this difficult decade that we're presently in? Not that other decades weren't difficult as well. But what I want to talk to you today is another in kind of a continuing theme I do with these, which is talking about how we feel about ourselves in relation to the people around us and how we relate to others, in our personal lives, the workplace, etc. And what I want to focus on today is attempting to live life more in service than in taking. Okay. Um, Now, full disclosure, most people know that one of the things I'm big on is collecting things. I'm a record collector. I collect movie posters, autographs, among other things. So I've accumulated a lot of stuff in my life. And my parents were collectors too, so I got that trait honestly. I was around collecting since I was knee high, maybe 5 years old. My parents collected sports cards and postcards and other coins and other things. And then when I was old enough, I started my own collections. But what I found as I grew older and I began to just accumulate things is that it was very unsatisfying. It was satisfying to a degree. I still enjoy getting new things and getting to add them to my collection, but it was a shallow type of contentment. It's not something that's long lasting. And I think too often in society today we look to accumulate. You remember the old bumper sticker from, I guess it was the 80s? Whoever dies with the most toys wins. The Gordon Gekko greed is good type of mentality. I think a lot of us buy into that. The more stuff we get, the more fulfilling our lives are going to be. I was fortunate in that, like about 15 to 20 years ago, I really was able to reassess my attitude towards that because I accumulated all these things and I just was still very unhappy. I mean, this the newspapers that show my age, internet, whatever. They're littered with stories of all these rich, ultra rich people that have everything in the world, and yet they're very unhappy. I mean, Michael Jackson was a prime example. So what I found is, when I am out there trying to actively do for other people, I feel a lot better about myself. It lasts longer. It's a more deeper sense of fulfillment. Now, I learn and forget this lesson almost on a weekly basis because I'll know that and then I'll see something I want to buy, add to my collection, and then I'll focus on that. But it's one of the things I try to remind myself on a daily basis because all these collections and all these things we accumulate, even if you don't collect things, as humans, we accumulate things. All these things we accumulate, in the end, they're useless. I mean, if you're a believer, there's Bible passages that flat out say that. Okay, it's not a new idea by any means. It's not revolutionary, but I think we're still, like, society is one of consumerism, right? Get yourself the new car, get yourself the new clothes. Get yourself the newest set of golf clubs to replace ones that were still good. Obsolescence is big with things. So we're always just bringing new things in. Lots of times, more new things are coming in than are going out. But when I am able to help people, when I'm able to really put myself out there, not that I have all this figured out now, but when I'm able to really, really do something for somebody, it's such a deeper sense of fulfillment, as opposed to that shallow commitment. That shallow fulfillment of, oh, hey, look, I just got this edition of my collection. It's nice, and I'm showing it off, and 5 minutes later, I want something else. It's kind of like we're big kids. Remember when you were a kid? You got that brand new toy at Christmas that you really wanted, and you played with it for a couple of days, and then you wanted something else. We don't really fully ever grow out of that, and I didn't know that until a fairly recent vintage. So look for opportunities if you want real fulfillment. Look for opportunities where you can go out and serve others. Now, am I telling you you have to serve at a soup kitchen 5 days a week, or go to Calcutta and feed the home? No, I'm not saying that. But there are opportunities to serve people daily, even for people with little time. Like, look for the opportunities you have. We run into people all the time that need help, And some of them flat out don't want to ask for it. We have to look to help people. And when you're able to do that, it really gives you that full sense of fulfillment, and maybe the material things didn't. And this is so ultra important in a difficult decade like we are in now, where people are so polarized, where everybody's not only are we polarized politically, but we're isolated. You know, like everybody's on phones and devices, and we're not interacting like we once did. So it's more important to really get out there and interact with people on a service level. And again, like I'm not talking down to anybody. Like I struggle with this daily, you know. So, but I'm looking for opportunities to do that. That's partially the reason I did these videos, to see if, you know, my mistakes that I've made previously and the wisdom that I've gained primarily through messing up can maybe help somebody else. So I don't mind kind of putting myself out there. And I won't lie, it's enjoyable for me. I like to do videos. Everybody knows I like to be in front of the camera. But, you know, it's an opportunity for me to show service. And of course, my job, although I get paid for it as a counselor, you know, I'm providing a service as well. Now, can you call it real altruism when I'm getting a paycheck for it? Probably not. But the whole point is, like, I know that I'm more fulfilled at that than I would be working in a factory. Not that I'm coming down on anybody that does that. Hell, they probably get paid a lot more than I do anyway. So that's the lesson for today. Look for opportunities to be in service rather than looking for opportunities to get things and accumulate things. I think it'll help you lead a more fulfilling life. I know in the examples where I've done that, it's worked for me. So that is part 2 of navigating the 2020s, or living life without driving yourself nuts in the 2020s, whatever you want to call it, series. Thanks for being with me. As always, all the videos are available not only on my feed on Facebook, but also on my YouTube channel, which I usually include the link when I post these videos on Facebook or Instagram as well. If you enjoyed this, tell your friends about it. The more viewers I get, the more people I can reach, which is really what the whole point of this is. Have a great day, beautiful summer day today, and enjoy it. Get out there, spend some time with the people you care about, and I'll see you soon, okay? Take care now. Peace.